Welcome to East High's Culinary Cooking Show. This is a demonstration of knife skills. So what we're going to do is I have Quan Tucker here, a straight A AP student in culinary arts, and we're going to show you the proper way to use a knife. First, this is a French knife or a chef knife, either one. The proper way to hold it is to take your index finger and your thumb and pinch the blade here like this, and then hold the knife like this. We don't want to see you holding the knife like this or like this. It's very dangerous because the knife, can focus on the knife, if you hold it improperly, won't be stable in your hand. But if you hold it like this, the knife doesn't go very far. The proper slicing technique is to use your free hand, and we have two ways we can hold the food that we're using with our free hand, like a spider, where we tuck our fingers underneath, or like a squid. And when we hold the food like a squid, it's very dangerous. We can cut the tips of our finger off. So what we want to do is we want to curl our fingertips underneath, and with a rocking motion where we push the tip of the blade through and pull back, our hand with the knife in it is in a little circular motion, and we will just keep slicing slowly through our celery. Speed is not important. Consistency in the slice is what's important. Hold the knife, spider fingers, not squid fingers, and gently, with a nice steady rhythm, push our blade through the celery like so. Our AP student, Quan Tucker, will now demonstrate the right-handed version of this. Very good, Quan. You're doing excellent. Perfect. Now it's to show you that a student can actually do this. We take our leftovers that we're not using and we compost them. The next skill is cutting an onion. Very simple way to do this. The onion has two sides to it, the root end and the blossom end. The first cut is to cut through the root end, like so. But we're not cutting the root off completely. We want to keep the root attached. We'll cut the blossom end off. We'll discard that so there's no debris on our cutting board. And then we will cut directly through the root, like so. This keeps the entire onion intact. Peel off any outer layers, and we have the blossom end and the root end. The first cut we're going to do is we're going to take a few horizontal cuts towards the root end, but we don't go all the way through. We'll make several of those horizontal passes, noticing that I don't go to the root end, through the root end. The whole onion stays together. Turn the onion so the blossom end is facing me, and then I will cut a few horizontal slices through the onion. And it's important that I don't go all the way to the root end, so the onion can still stay together. Turn the onion to its original position, and then you can start cutting dice cuts off of that. And you'll go all the way down to where you originally cut from. And this little end piece can either be saved for stocks or composting. Quan Tucker, our A student, will demonstrate that technique now, without cutting his fingers off. Quan forgot to cut the blossom end off, which is okay. Cutting the onion in this manner will eliminate you from crying. The more you cut, the more you cry. Holding the knife the proper way and executing the proper dice. You must have been trained by an expert chef, Juan.
Okay.
And the dice. We want to make sure we don't use the squid fingers, so we don't cut our fingertips off. And there's a beautiful diced onion. There's a diced onion. Beautiful, man. Now, last but not least, the garlic clove. There are two ways that we're going to handle our garlic. We're going to mash it or mince it. The first one will be minced. We take the root end of the garlic and we clip that off because it's kind of woody, not edible. We're going to slice our garlic very thin using the spider finger technique. So we have some thin slices of garlic. And then we're going to take our knife. So it's going from, depending if you're right-handed or left-handed, 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And you put your free hand on the tip of the blade and you hold the handle perpendicular to your body. You're going to rock the knife back and forth, keeping this hand still and moving your knife hand. And I go from, left-handed people will go from 9 to about 11. Right-handed people will go from 3 to about 1. So, we just chop very short little chops, bring the garlic back, and we just keep going until we have a very fine minced garlic. Be very careful when you touch the blade that you don't cut yourself. Keep all the garlic in one little pile. Mince, mince, mince. Now, if you were using this garlic for, say, a salad dressing and you wanted it to be very finely mashed so nobody bites into a chunk of garlic, take the edge of your knife like this with the blade pointing up and you drag the garlic through the cutting board. And you put pressure on the blade, and as you go, you smash the garlic into the cutting board. And that will make a garlic paste. Keep doing that until all the garlic is minced up. And that you can add to a salad or a sauce and it won't be something you bite into. Juan will do the same thing. Cut the woody end off very good. Even when you're using the small things, you want to practice the spider fingers. So you don't get a fingernail in the garlic. Juan's using the right-handed technique. There you go. Just short little bursts. Now we're going to crush this garlic. You got to bring it so the garlic is off the cutting board. You're going to have to go this way because you're right hand. There you go. You got to really smash it down. Tip of your blade. You're pulling the blade, you're pulling the knife, the cutting part, so it smashes everything on it. There you go. Just like that. Fantastic. Super duper. All right, thank you for joining us on this edition of Cooking with Chef Jeff and Juan. We'll be back next time with some exciting Cajun recipes.